If I told you that death isn't the end of the story? If I told you there are things far worse than dying, would you believe me? It was exactly 3:15 a.m. when Michael opened his eyes in total darkness. He couldn't see a thing. His mind was foggy. The last memory he had was leaving work late, headlights flashing in the rain, the screech of tires, screaming voices around him. Then nothing, just blackness. Where am I? He thought, trying to move his arms, but he couldn't. His body felt tied down, trapped. He tried to scream, but no sound came out, only the muffled echo of his own breath in a space far too small. A horrifying realization sank in. His hands touched the ceiling above him hard, cold wood. His fingers brushed cloth, earth, and something brittle like bones. No, this isn't possible. His heart pounded as the truth clawed its way into his mind. He was in a coffin. That morning, at 11 a.m., his family had buried him. His mother's cries echoed in the memory. "My boy, my son is gone too soon." His father stood silent while the doctor murmured, "I'm sorry. Sudden cardiac arrest." Nothing more we could have done, but the truth was darker. Michael wasn't dead. He had been in a deep coma. The doctors had made a fatal mistake. Inside the coffin, panic consumed him. Then something cold and smooth brushed against his leg. Something alive. It slithered across his body slowly, deliberately. What is that? The thing slid up his stomach, his chest. Michael froze when he realized it was a snake. A massive one, gliding across his body in the pitch-black void. He felt its scales press against his neck, its forked tongue flicking by his ear. No, get off me. His silent scream shook inside his chest. The snake coiled tighter, squeezing his throat. His vision blurred as the pressure grew stronger. He was about to pass out when suddenly the snake vanished, dissolving into the air as though it had never been. Michael gasped for air, his lungs burning, but relief didn't come. Something else was there, something worse. The coffin began to tremble violently. The air grew scorching hot, burning his skin, then icy cold, then hot again, over and over. WELCOME. A voice rumbled, deep and inhuman, filling the space. "Who's there?" Michael's voice quivered. "I am the master of this place. You are in my domain, mortal." A faint green glow flickered inside the coffin. Michael saw it. A tall, skeletal figure with crimson eyes burning like coals, its jagged teeth glinting like knives. "You know where you are, don't you?" It hissed. "You're in my kingdom. The realm beneath the earth." The creature's claw-like fingers stretched out, pressing against Michael's forehead. A surge of energy shot through him, visions flooded his mind. Fields of skulls, screaming souls in endless fire, graves collapsing into a pit of shadows. "See it. This is your fate if you remain. You'll become one of us." The monster vanished, but Michael wasn't alone. Ghostly shapes began to materialize, translucent figures of tortured souls, their faces twisted in agony, their mouths open in silent screams. They reached for him, clawing, pulling, begging him to join them. One spirit hovered close, an old woman, hair wild and white, eyes clouded, her mouth stretched in an eternal scream. "Come with us," she whispered. "Stay with us." Forever, their whispers grew louder, surrounding him. "Come with us, come with us." Michael thrashed against the coffin, pounding the walls. "Leave me alone. I don't want to die." The spirits faded, but something else came. The coffin filled with snakes. Dozens of black serpents, hissing, their red eyes glowing. They crawled over his body, biting, coiling, slipping beneath his skin. One slid around his throat. Another burrowed toward his eye. A third pressed into his ear. "Stay away from me," he shrieked, but more came, hundreds of them, writhing, suffocating. He felt one force its way into his mouth, another slithered deep into his ear canal. Their hissing filled his skull, their icy bodies invaded him. Michael screamed until his voice cracked. and then silence. The snakes were gone. The ghosts had vanished, only darkness remained. But the worst was yet to come. Michael. A thunderous voice echoed from all sides, shaking the coffin. Why, yes, he stammered. I am the ruler of this land, king of everything beneath the soil, and now you belong to me. Michael trembled. What do you want from me? You have only one choice. Serve as my slave in the underworld forever. Or what? Or take my power. Become half human, half demon. Rise again. But bear my curse for the rest of your life. Michael was breaking. Hunger, thirst, terror, they were crushing his sanity. What curse? He whispered. You will never sleep again. Every night, you'll relive this torment, snakes, spirits, demons. They'll follow you everywhere, and you'll feed on something different. Feed on what? Fear. You'll consume the fear of men. Their terror will keep you alive. Fail to feed, and you'll suffer a slow, agonizing death. Michael's mind snapped. The horror was too much. He began to laugh loud, broken, hysterical laughter mixed with sobbing. Yes, I accept. Just get me out of here. He screamed. As you wish, the voice thundered. Power surged through his veins. Michael slammed his fists against the coffin lid with unnatural strength. The wood cracked, soil collapsing over him. He clawed upward, screaming like a madman. I'll get out! I'll get out! Hours later, above ground, the graveyard caretaker, Mr. Thompson, sat in his shack sipping tea when he heard muffled cries, frantic digging. At first, he thought it was animals. Then he froze. A man's voice shrieking from beneath the earth. I'm coming back. Ha ha ha. Terrified, the old man ran to the sound. He saw the soil of a fresh grave shifting violently. Then, a bloody hand burst through the dirt. Another hand. Then a head, caked with soil, hair turned ghostly white, eyes wide and insane. Michael pulled himself free, laughing manically. Do you see them? The snakes? The demons, they're everywhere? Mr. Thompson screamed, running for his life. Help! Somebody help! The dead are rising. By the time the paramedics arrived, Michael was sitting beside his grave, laughing and crying at once, whispering to invisible creatures. Hello, my sweet snakes. Come play with me. And you, great demon. Want some tea? He giggled. Doctors took him to the psychiatric ward. They said his mind was gone. Every night, he stayed awake, screaming about demons and serpents. His eyes bloodshot, his skin pale, but the most disturbing thing, anyone who came close to him felt it, the sudden chill, the crushing weight of fear, like their soul was being drained. Michael wasn't human anymore. He was something else, something that fed on terror. And to this day, if you walk past that asylum at night and hear laughter echoing in the dark, know this Michael is still awake, still cursed, still feeding.